Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. This is Connie from Furry Paper Crafts. I want to thank everybody for all the wonderful comments. Again, I do appreciate it. Uh, Welcome to my new subscribers. I forget to say that, so thank you. Today I'm going to be sharing with you I think it's called a flip top card. I'm not sure. I had posted a card on my Facebook fan page with a gnome Valentine. It was the mushroom gnome from Cadoodlebug Designs. What I'm going to be doing is a little bit different. This is Poppy Emma from Treasure Box Designs, and making a Valentine card for my mother. I've got the paper piece put together. I've had it done for, actually took it off of a project from last year. I think I just dismantled. I'm way behind, and now I found out that my great niece had a bit of an accident. Poor thing. And so I want to make her a little card. She loves unicorns, so I have to make her a little card too. So got to get busy and then get my other stuff done. So I am going to show you how this goes together, even though it's going to be, because it's for my mother, I'm doing a little bit different. But this card I also just posted with the bird from Treasure Box Designs, but it was horizontal. And this card is actually 5x7, and I do that sometimes just because my paper pieces get a little bit big, and it's just what works better for me for paper piecing. So I'm using all paper from my stash. I do not know what product line even anymore. Might have been called Love Song for most of it. I'm not sure. Probably Echo Park. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with my base, and then I'll show you how I decorate the outside and inside this time. If I can find, okay, I know I had a scissors here. But what I start with is a piece of cardstock, and the first piece, because it's 5x7 and I can't get a long enough piece, to basically put it in half, I'm going to assemble it different. That's what's a little bit different about this card. I take my first 5x7 piece, and then I take a piece 5x7.5, and at one end I score it at 1/2 inch, so I have this overlap. And when I've done some of this just because it takes a while when I do it on camera, but what I'm doing is I'm just gonna very slightly miter my corners. It just lays flatter. Even though it's going on the back, it won't show so much. Okay, so I'm going to put this together. So this is my back of my card. This is the front of the card, and the flap obviously at the top. I choose to put my flap on the back. You can do it here if you want. If you know me, I'll never get it lined up straight. Well, no, I'm going to put it on the back. It won't show. If you choose to put it on the inside, that's fine. I'm covering mine up anyway, but I'm just going to put mine on the back. Get my glue started. It snowed here overnight, only about 3 inches. Excuse me. Not like the 6 or more they were possibly predicting we could get, but that was enough. And now the wind is howling, so I'm sure it's pretty nasty out in our rural areas. I'm just going to use my scissors for now, and that's not going to work. It's got a textured edge to it. Get my bone folder out. Just thankful I went out and did my errands last night, because I look out and think, I have to go clean my car off later. I don't want to even do that, but oh well. The joys of living with snow. And for all of you who want snow, come and visit. I'm in Minnesota. More than welcome to see you. I'll give you some snow too. I'm going to erase this little bit of glue. I normally use my adhesive eraser, but I don't want to take time to find it, so I'll come back and do that. I'm going to start building my base and then I will show you the rest of it. I'm using brown to go with a little bit with the paper I have. All of my layers are, well, this one starts an 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it's going to be 4 7/8 inch wide, and it will be 6 7/8 inch tall. I am not mailing this card either. I'm hand delivering it with my mother's little candy that I got for her, as well as my sister. And so I can make these chunky and layered and all that good stuff. And other than, I hope to get, I got the cutest mini album from Kim Ferguson, and oh my gosh, it is so, it's just, it's whimsical, it's cute, and yet it is the perfect thing to be giving little gifts and things. Or I'm going to use it eventually as a little mini album, but it gave me the excuse me, the idea to for some gift ideas and things. So thank you very much, Kim, and I will get some of my gifts videoed this week. I will tell you, I have to make, excuse me, 2 batches of puffed caramel corn on top of birthdays and a few other things, medical appointments. So it's going to be a busy week. So I will see what I can get done though. And depending upon the noise levels out here, they're back to working. So I don't know. I just go with the flow. My next piece, and this background, you can do however you wish. This first layer, I would keep it pretty flat, but as far as the layering and the pieces you want to use, that's completely up to you. I don't have my other ruler out, so I'm just going to give you kind of an idea. It's 3 inches high, and then it's 4 3/4 inch wide. Sorry, get this glue going. I was using some glossy accents this morning. I decided to put some glossy accents and some sparkle on the paper piece because it was kind of boring because I didn't have a lot of that stuff when I did and didn't think to do it at the time. And I had a struggle getting that glossy accents going. It was cold. It's got chilly here. Okay, then I have another piece, and this piece is, just measuring here for you, 3 1/4 high, 4 3/4 inch wide. Yes, there's a gap that will get filled in. So I think, let's see, I think I saw this paper line. I don't know if it was on Amazon or Scrapbooking for Less. If you happen to have seen any of my previous videos, I did a series of, or showed you the videos of the baby scrapbook layouts I did. One of the lines of paper was just recently available through Scrapbooking for Less. Don't know if you're interested in that. They have kits. They're like, a lot of times they have kits for $10 or so, which is a pretty decent price. You have to pay shipping, but if you get enough, it makes up for all the cost. And I don't know if she has any free shipping options. Not sure. Have this brown piece. It is 4 3/4 inch wide and it's 7/8 inch tall. This piece is this piece is 4 7/8 inch wide, 7/8 inch tall. This piece is 3/4 inch tall, this pink piece, 4 3/4 inch wide. I want to move this so I don't get glue everywhere. And that's what I'm going to kind of put in the center to break it up. You could put ribbon. Again, however you choose to layer it is completely up to you. Excuse me again, my voice been very scratchy this morning. I'm trying to be careful. I got a little bit of too much glue on there, so. And then pop that on like that. Get it glued down. And again, you know, if you have layers, that's fine. I just wouldn't on this base, I would not recommend putting any foam tape on. And you'll see why in a moment. It just won't work with this specific card type. So that's my base so far. Then what I have is here is the flip portion of the card. This can be cut. I kind of measured mine, you know, fit the base of the card and also to fit my paper piece. So kind of measured against that. Mine is, I know it's, excuse me, all total 10 inches high, and I scored it in the middle at 5. And excuse my paper there, it's very old paper. It's starting to crack. Paper does get old. I don't know if you were aware of that. This is 3.5 inch wide. And then, excuse me again, goodness, my next layer, and I kept this very simple. This will be 1/8 of an inch smaller, 3 3/8 by 4 7/8. I'm going to pop that on. Or not. Glad to be able to be back to doing videos and sharing some things with you. I'm not sure what I'm doing next for a project. I haven't quite decided. I have an order for some Boo Boo Bears to make, but I'm just trying to think. I've been looking for a paper piece for St. Patrick's Day. I have a project in mind, and I will share. It might get kind of involved. I apologize, but I will share with you what I'm doing. But I'm looking for the right paper piece also. As of yet, I haven't quite found it. I'm still searching. Trying to search through files that I have, just because I am trying not to buy any new SVG files. There is one from Cuddly Cute Designs. I need to get the turtles. I was just kind of searching last night. I just told myself, nope, can't buy any more. I have so many to use. It's unbelievable. So using that in the paper I have and go from there. Okay, my next piece is, and again, 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it's going to be 3 1/4 by 4 3/4. Then what you do, you attempt to center this on your card. Notice I say attempt because we all know how I center things, right? Let's see, 3 1/2, so it would be 3/4 of an inch on each side. Using my T ruler here. And I know I want mine up higher. Normally I would center it, okay? I want mine up higher, so 5, I'm just counting, just bear with me a moment here. Yeah, 3/4 would be about half, because it's 1.5 inches short. Just does not look right on both sides. Let me check. I've got it at my tripod's in the way there. Gotta be 1/8 of an inch off, I bet. Because I have, well, 1, 2, it's right. It's 3/4 on each side. It just does not look right for some reason. So I'm going to see if I can keep that there. And get this going. And I'm going to use the musical notes. And aren't you proud of me? I got the treble clef going the right direction, so that means I got the paper right side up. I'm not musically inclined anymore. I used to be able to read music much better anymore. I don't know if I could very well at all. Okay, and like I said, I know I want this up toward the top more because of my flowers. Normally I wouldn't worry about it. I would put it down further. And here's where you could then decorate the inside of this. You could put a small message, and then you could, write inside, okay? So you can leave this up. I'm going to put Emma on, and again, I want her a little bit toward the top. And let me see what I have for proof positive. You can see I am reusing her. There's a little bit of paper from the previous project. Doing this one, I'm not going to use this as a flip top card, but I wanted to show you how to do it. It just seemed to work out really well. So let's get her on. I want to be mindful of the glossy accents. I'm not sure how dry it is yet. I did put some liquid pearls on her little shoes there. I just think she is adorable. I don't know what it is. She is actually cut, I'll give you an approximate size, and she's still available, by the way, just in case you're wondering. She's cut at about 4 and say 3/4 approximately, and then her overall width is about 3 1/4. So she's just an adorable little thing. So now from here, again, you could just, leave it, and you'd have your flip-up card. Well, I might have goofed up. I wanted to finish the inside first. It's all good. I'll finish this quick. I'm doing the inside. I've started, I'll say on and off, depends upon what I'm feeling like and stuff, or if I'm mailing the card, how much bulk I think I can handle for the card. But I've been doing a lot of, I've been doing a lot of decorating of the inside of the card, especially if I'm hand delivering it. I don't write a lot of messages on my card. Now, if I'm mailing it, I don't, because I sometimes will write a note or something in there, but I'll show you how I'm just going to this one very simply decorate it, get quite elaborate. My mother's not a paisley fan, so I always have to make sure my paper doesn't have anything with paisley in it. She might come unglued. I don't know whatever the deal was, but I'm very respectful. I think out of spite, though, I did get canes that have paisley design on, just because I liked the color, and they were something cheerful besides the boring basic black or blue we can find around here. So you notice I have a sticker from the collection. I'm trying to use up the stickers that come with the paper packs a little more. I'm not good at using up stickers. I'm trying to learn, and I really don't have a stamp for Valentine's Day that other than just a little tiny one. So I'm going to attempt to get this straight too with my T ruler. And this is where I'll just write on the inside, Happy Valentine's Day. If there are any projects you guys want to see, let me know. I've been toying with some ideas. I just kind of have to get some things settled here a little bit to see what's within my life and where I'm going to be staying and stuff. So haven't done too much with those ideas yet. Way too high. Let's try about down here. I'm not exactly sure. This is about 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 5 by 1, 2, 3, 3.5 or so. So we're going to just go down a little bit here and eyeball it, because I'll go up 1/4 of an inch. And again, I'm just kind of guesstimating on the sides. If it's not perfect, it's not perfect. That is the inside of my card. Rather boring this time, but I'm leaving it. Okay. Again, here you would normally have your flap. Well, I have these flowers that came off of the previous project, and I'm choosing to put those flowers down here on my card. So this flap will not open. I'm going to actually glue it down just so there's no question, but normally you wouldn't do this. But this is how you can do it for a 5 by 7 card. Still make it work. I like adapting some of the card sizes and the card bases and stuff that are used to be able to use them for paper pieces, because I struggle to get paper pieces sometimes made small enough for them to fit, like is it A2 size, the 1/4 fold card. Oh goodness, this is really crooked. But you guys are over there laughing at me. This is just a sticker from the collection also. And since this luckily has paper on it already, it's going to be a lot easier to glue. The majority of these flowers are either from Wild Orchid Crafts or probably purchased through Really Reasonable Ribbon. She has some amazing stuff there. I love getting stuff from her. I'm okay with it covering a little bit of the paper piece. I'm just trying to get it so it's on there. But that's my card for my mother. Obviously, I'm going to just put it in a plastic cello bag for her. And that's the inside. So very simple to put together. Just wanted to pop on and show you how I did that. And again, this top piece, if you have to make it a little bit larger size and you can't get like if it's over 5.5 inches this way, make this top piece the same way I did the base of the card. Just cut your piece 1/2 of an inch taller. This top piece, let me show you here quick with some cardstock. It'll be easier to show you. This is just a scrap, but let's say you want this top layer, this piece that I glued down. Say you want it to be like, we're going to go with 6 inches. So what you're going to do is cut it at 6.5. Let's see how long this is total. Just a second. I think it's going to be, should cut 2 inches off. Okay. And then we're going to score it at 1/2 of an inch. You can see this. I'm not going to get my scoreboard out. So you got 1/2 of an inch score here. Okay. Fold it over. Miter your corners so you don't see them. Okay. So where Poppy or Emma, where Emma is, this is going to be the piece that lays on there. Okay, so in the middle of your card. And then for your back piece, you just take another piece, you know, same width, glue this on the back, and it would be cut. We wanted it at 6 inches. How wide is this? Let's see, 2 1/4. If I do it this way, maybe you could get a better idea. So again, whatever width you want it, and then whatever length, add 1/2 inch to the top, score it, and then put it on the back. Okay, so this piece is a little bit longer. It's all good.